Good day, this is Nation Voice Tower, your most preferred YouTube channel. My name is Angelo, your anchor. Yes, we're back again with lots of revealing stuff. If you're watching me for the first time, you would have to know that this platform is that hub that keeps you updated on everything political in Nigeria and outside Nigeria. I told you a few days ago that I'm actually deeply working on this certificate forgery saga involving Bola Ahmed Tinibu and his alleged attendance of Chicago State University and the Southwest College, all in Chicago. All right, so I had information 4 days ago, and I decided to wait for another information last night. So I decided to compile these two. So would have to establish a substantial fact on this issue of forgery and all that. Now, the truth has surfaced a bit because we are trying to make a headway. If you would recall, there were discrepancies between the two certificates tendered by Bola Ahmed Tinibu to INEC and the original ones that he had already. Now, there were discrepancies of gender. Okay, one of these certificates had a female and the other one was specifying that Bola Ahmed Tinibu was a male. All right, so all this put together, you will have to view this from a professional point of view, because you can't have a certificate that is filled with lots of error for a whooping number of 30 to 40 years and you haven't made any move or any affidavit to correct them. We are in Nigeria. This is a platform, or this is let's say this is a space where you have to make sure you're vying for a public post, the most important, the highest seat in the land. So you need to make sure that your documents are in check. Don't tender fake documents and hide under the pretext of errors from a clerk, according to what Bola Ahmed Tinibu said to the court in Illinois, in Chicago, via his counsels. Now, the truth has been let's say, let me not say brought out, because there are still hidden facts about this. So let's say this truth is left ajar, is slightly open, but we will still make it widely open for you, our viewers, because that is why we are into deep investigation. Now, a lady named Bola A. Tinibu, pay attention, because this you can actually go online and check these facts, so you would have to know, or so you will be convinced that what we do here is so legitimate. A lady named Bola A. Tinibu attended Southwest College in Chicago, no doubt. All right. Now, lots of hubs and platforms have had different accounts of this certificate forgery thing. So I would love you to pay attention, because this can be, or this will finally be, one of the authentic information you will have on this. Now, she attended Southwest College, no doubt, in Chicago on a 2-year college program. Yes, it was confirmed. Now, all of a sudden, forward to some years later, all of a sudden, a man who claimed to be Bola A. Tinibu appeared with the lady's transcript to gain admission into Chicago State University to study accounting and public administration. Now, he also claimed to have graduated from this same Chicago State University sometime in 1979. Now, when Chicago State University was asked, yes, like 2 weeks ago, after the court session, there were private investigations that were taken to Chicago State University and to the present hierarchy. Now, when CSU, which is Chicago State University, was asked to share his records, now, this school and its management became very, very defensive, and they argued that the request was irrelevant for a foreign country's election matters. Can you hear what a management of a school outside Nigeria is saying? That is to tell you that lots of schools have their dignity in question outside the shores of Nigeria. Now, forward to some days later, people made moves to send mails to the mailbox of Chicago State University and their replies were so absurd. They didn't actually want to give or to avail information that had to do with the school profile or the profile of Bola Ahmed Tinibu, who claimed to have attended their institution and graduated in 1979. Now, efforts to reach Chicago State University didn't prove futile, but efforts for them to avail information proved null. After like few weeks, count to like forward to few days later, Chicago State University disabled its Twitter account from having public interference. This is a different sort of evidence altogether. Now, back to Southwestern College or Southwest College. At least Southwest College, when asked, shared the social security number known as SSN, the gender and the name and the address of the students who attended their institution, as shown on the transcript you can see on your screen right now. Now, by this transcript, you can see is saying that that student in Southwest College was a female, and she was a citizen of America, a black American, let me say. And then from this availed evidence by Southwest College, as shown, this particular person was totally different from who Bola Ahmed Tinibu is claiming to be, all right? But Chicago State University denied vehemently not to have any record of their student. Why? Why will a university with lots of accolades and high prestige like Chicago State University now deny or vehemently disagree to having a profile detail of their alumni? All right, why? There are things to be said, and there are lots of information that are hidden. All right, there is more to this than meets the eye. Now, hard copy, I want to give some discrepancies that exist between or in all this saga. Now, there is a hard copy or a hard scanned document that was scanned into PDF format of all graduates from 1979 to 1982. This hard copy is known outside Nigeria as a yearbook, and this yearbook belongs to Chicago State University. All right, now it includes, as I said earlier, all graduating students from 1979, 1980 up to 1982. There was no evidence of Bola A. Tinibu or Bola Ahmed Tinibu. Yes. Now, they might have been so smart and able to include his photos or his young photos to some online yearbooks. Yes, as you can see, it is being shared. It has gone viral. But there is a difference. On this online yearbook, his name appears as Bola Top. I think something like THUBV. All right. That is not the same, or that doesn't sound same as Bola A. Tinibu. All right. But all that has to point at one thing. There are discrepancies. All right. Now, the next point is this Chicago State University have forgotten that they don't have access to all the hard copy yearbooks around the world of graduating students that have managed to keep their archives so safe from all natural disaster. All right. So funny enough, we laid our hands on, or we happen to have access to one of the hard copies of one of the graduating students of 1980, which included his own seniors in 1979 and his subsequent juniors in 1981, 82 respectively. There was no evidence of Bola Ahmed Tinibu. Now, Chicago State University, who he claims to have attended, or which he claimed to have attended, have no copies of his social security number, his passport, no evidence of his student visa, no evidence of any driver's license if he was driving at the time, no evidence of school fee records. Why? why didn't you have, or why don't you have school fee records of your student? Didn't he pay fees? Didn't he pay school fees while attending your school? Now, no evidence of or let's say any exam records or anything. There was just a history that says he was the first president of accounting students in Chicago State University, and that was all. No admission later, no graduating later, and that was it. So will you say categorically that Bola Ahmed Tinibu, after having attended a 1 year, 10 months accounting major in Chicago State University, had no records? There is more to this that meets the eye. So we will continue to reveal as time goes on, because this particular saga is becoming so interesting. Lots of parties are now interested in this, and it has made it so mind-blowing and mind-catching. So I would urge you to keep faith with Nation Voice Tower, as we always bring you lots of updates on whatever has to do with this case and the Presidential Elections Petitions Tribunal, as it borders the Nigerian populace and Africa at large. Now, I want to go political, very political, strictly political now. Still on the issues and the discrepancies that exist. Now, there are two prayers that have been labeled against Bola Ahmed Tinibu, specifically on the issue of his schools attended and the certificates tendered to the Independent National Electoral Commission and the one in existence. Now, I have an analyst in the house, one Dr. Oluseyi Ajayi. He's a development consultant and a public affairs analyst. Now, he's also a senior lecturer in Lincoln University back in the UK. So, just not far away. So, you would understand from his analysis that there are lots of things involved in this. I think there is much to say from Bola Ahmed Tinibu, and there is also more to be seen from Chicago State University. Without much ado, I will avail you a video from the interview of Dr. Oluseyi, so you would have a better understanding of what we are into in September. Stay tuned.
And why are they casting some kind of doubt? Why does it even have to get to the level where it is the president that will be saying that it is some clerk that has made some mistakes? Why would it ever get to that level? Are we ever going to move away from this level?
It's a fantastic question. It got me thinking. When I examined and evaluated the complexities, it's when you start having intricacies like this, then there are issues of integrity being established. The emergence of discrepancies which should not even arise or come up in the first place.
Yeah.
In a president's educational document, it has profound political implications, and this far transcends beyond the realm of mere administrative errors, clerical mistakes, and what have you. It ignites what they don't know is that it has ignited a complex web of questions and uncertainties that linger in the political consciousness. The political consciousness in Nigeria at the moment is and beyond is alive, very much alive, and people are asking questions. If, as one of the political candidates rightly said, which is the truth, said if the process that brought you to a position is not right, then you are as far as they're concerned, you are in no better space to be in that position in the first place. The process is very important. So it is essential to acknowledge that educational records represent a foundational aspect of an individual's biography. They serve as a tangible measure of one's qualifications. I mean, going through a university, I've said this before, it goes beyond just receiving a certificate. Your mental horizon is widened. I didn't pursue a PhD because I want to be referred to as a doctor. I wanted my critical thinking skills to be built and developed. So if we are questioning the fact that you attended a university and you are maintaining that you attended that same university, but there are questions around the fact that you either attended or didn't attend, then it's a big issue. So when inconsistencies, when we have intricacies arising in records, particularly of public leaders, it's going to evoke suspicions, which we are already experiencing. It's going to evoke suspicions about the credibility of the individual, especially when that individual occupies the highest office in the land. So in the political arena, credibility is a currency that leaders cannot afford to squander. When discrepancies arise, they raise concerns not only about the accuracy of the information, but also about motivations behind such discrepancies. Why would we have one date as 1952 and another date as 1954? Why would we have the inclusion of primary school certificates at a point and the removal of primary school certificates at another point? Is it an attempt to embellish one's credentials for political gain, or is it an oversight with innocent intentions? These are questions that one must ask. So these questions, whether valid or not, it can shape public perception.
Okay, that was a video, and the truth remains that even if finally there is no judgment established as regards the issue of certificate forgery, the two prayers are perjury and forgery. All right, yes, these are the two prayers, perjury and forgery. So if the certificates from CSU were illegitimate, by implication, Bola Ahmed Tinibu has fallen to have committed perjury. That is, he has lied under oath. And these two offenses are very, very punishable under the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. We will see to it that things are done about this, because we wouldn't stop until we get to the roots of this matter. Finally, I would go divine now, because I think there is an adage that says to be forewarned is to be forearmed. Sometime in 2019, a Christian cleric from Ghana made a revelation, like a prophecy though. He actually said that there will be a sort of uprising and a revolution from the youths of Africa, specifically West Africa, if the style of governance is not put into check, if the youth are not given the chance to be involved in governance, if the youths don't enjoy the dividends of good governance. He projected and prophesied that there would be an uprising in lots of countries in West Africa. This revelation came in 2019. He projected or prophesied 2022, 2023, 2024, and all that. So I am shocked right now, because I think lots of people have not laid hands on this video yet. So I would avail you the video so you would watch. Talking about this prophecy is Archbishop Duncan Williams from one of the famous churches in Ghana. So you would have to understand that people saw this coming, but we never saw it happening. Stay tuned.
I'm telling you something. There is a wind coming. Wow. And it's not 2019. It will begin after 2020 going.
After 2020, there's a wind coming.
There's a wind coming. The Arab uprising is coming.
Here.
It's coming. It's coming.
By the youth.
It's coming not just to Ghana, West Africa, all over. If we don't do something, if we don't give them hope, that's why I'm going back to the schools.
Speak to them.
And I'm engaging the youth again. Because if we don't give them hope and a sense of direction, the most dangerous thing in life is to fight somebody who has nothing to lose. They don't have wives, they don't have children, they don't have cars, they don't have lands, they have no hope, nothing to live for. They don't mind dying.
So our politics is treading on dangerous grounds.
It is Africa, because I see it everywhere, and it's very scary and very worrying. That
Will the wind start from Ghana?
I don't know, but it's coming to West Africa.
After 2020?
Yeah, after 2020 going, 2021, 2022, 3, 4 going, if something don't change to give the youth hope, I'm telling you, and I'm speaking.
Do you think this 25-year plan will work?
It will work if only our leaders, especially former presidents and the leaders of today, will come together and say, hey, let's take hold of our country. Let's do something, because this party politics, as much as it's democracy and it works, we have to do it in the context of what works with our tradition. You know, and if you don't look at it carefully, it will create an atmosphere that the countries of Africa will become very difficult to govern.
All right, all said and done, it is now evident that people saw it coming. Lots of men of God saw this coming. So I feel Nigeria, not Nigeria alone, but the countries in West Africa have actually fallen into a trap, because lots of these presidents in Africa have ruled for almost 2 decades. I don't know why these things are happening. I don't know why the Western countries are allowing this to happen. I don't know why the international community folds its arms and watch these things happen. Yes, because they have lots of things to benefit from these old political warheads that have refused to step down. I told you that lots of African countries are now racking up presidents that have served them badly for whooping number of years, 10, 12, 20, 30 years. Eritrea have a president that has been on seat for over 25 years. Togo have a president that has been on seat for over 15 years. All right, lots of countries. Cameroon have a president that has been on seat for over 20 years. Gabon had a president that has been on seat for over 10 years. All right, so what are we actually doing? Where are we going to? Okay, so we have to fight this with immediate alacrity and immediate effect, because if we don't do this, I think Africa will get to a point where lots of countries may be or go into extinction. This is not what we want at this stage. Thank you for staying tuned with us. I would urge you to like our videos, share them. Don't forget to watch till the end. And then if you're watching me for the first time, please tap the subscribe button as well as the notification bell so that we'll get to link up anytime I'm on air. See you next time. Bye.